It's not actually normal Ingress. What's happening is some sub-game is open.
Alright, so yeah, it's always good to be following a gamer around. Oh god. This is always good. There's a mattress there.
Initially for me it was, well in fact it was two things. One, it was finding something that would give me an incentive to go out and exercise more in the local area, but also we were, for work looking into GPS location gaming. I thought we could maybe use it in a gamification workshop. Decided against that at the time because it was a bit too in-depth, I felt, for a one-day workshop with people we weren't necessarily going to see again, but just grabbed hold of it for my own personal exercise and getting out in the local area. Mainly I play console games now, so love Battlefield. Used to play Battlefield 3 almost nightly, and have now upgraded to Battlefield 4. Play driving games, not so much just for playing them as a game, but also playing them as a training tool, because I have done a bit of track day stuff and that kind of thing. So using the more realistic driving games to do that, but mainly shoot 'em ups, yeah. I used to be really competitive in those kind of games, and so the drive for me would have been to just get better and better at the game. Whereas now it is, that's my DVD, that's my movie, that's my unwind and relax at the end of the day. Initially it was just to get out, and it's a good incentive. You see a portal, you go and you deploy your resonators and you set it up and you create your fields and all that kind of stuff. But then because you can see what other players are doing in the game, and suddenly you get a notification on your phone to say that everything that you've put together has been smashed, it turns into a completely different type of incentive to then go out to those same places I've already been, simply so that I can smash their stuff, because they spent the time smashing mine.
What about the missions that are inbuilt in Ingress? Are they of any interest to you or not?
No, not at all. Maybe when I get bored of all the other stuff, now that I've level 8 and it's not about getting more powerful weapons, which is what it has been about for me, I may start playing about with the missions, and I can see a benefit, like if I am maybe out with the family, then a mission may be a good way of getting the whole family involved in exploring that area that we're in for the day or whatever. It could be a national park or whatever. Not so much negative, but suddenly, I guess, reminding myself that it's not just a game, that I'm dealing with reality. So finding myself doing things like heading out into dark areas at 10:30 at night, 11 o'clock, that kind of thing. Not the wisest thing to do. That may have included, walking through a group of young yobbos, is the only way I can describe them, simply because they were in my way. I was going from one portal to another, and this was, about 11 o'clock at night. And I'm fairly streetwise. I'm not scared of anybody and that kind of thing. It doesn't bother me, but one of them did try and stand in my way, and so I just had to continue walking. And you just think, what am I doing? I'm out here. I'm no longer a 21-year-old out on the streets. I'm 40, and I've got a wife and 2 kids, and here I am risking it all just because I want to hack another portal late at night. So, yeah, sort of reminding myself that it's reality more than it is a game.
And now you've managed to get yourself a nemesis as well in your local area.
Yes. So he's an enlightened player, I'm a resistance player, and I refer to him as my nemesis mainly because when I was at the lower levels and I was protective about everything I'd set up, because it takes a lot of effort in some areas to set these things up, he was the guy that every night, like literally every night, would smash everything I'd worked hard to put together. It didn't take me very long to know everything about him because I chatted to another couple of players as well that I met face to face, and before long I knew, you know, what he did for a living, roughly the area that he lived in, and all these kind of things. And again, that kind of opens up a realization that, you know, if you do allow yourself to be seen to be doing the same patterns and the same habits at certain times of the day, you are extremely trackable by the other players. One of my areas of interest is augmented reality. Obviously this is an augmented reality game, but at the moment it's augmented in the fact that it is using your real location to drive factors in the game. I would love to see it. I know they've already got an expansion out for it, so that if you have wearable technology such as a smart watch, then things like timers that are part of the game can be displayed on your smart watch device. I would love to see into the future if, you know, augmented reality headsets or, you know, glasses, not like Google Glass, but glasses that actually look like ordinary sunglasses. A game like this, or even just an evolution of this type of game technology, where it would change the way we see gaming entirely.
That, for those that remember Pac-Man, is the face of a ghost that can be eaten, whereas these are not. So I'm guessing maybe what you're meant to do, I'll try the deploy because that's what I've been told, but I'm guessing what you're meant to do is turn them white by smashing an enemy one, and then go over them. I don't know, it's a theory, but I'll give it a go.